the race is done, it should be... That's a...
Carry on.
Remember the tab that day up there at Mount Isa? You said they left my mic on and we were talking. And because there was a delay, a horse went through the fence somewhere, and I said, I'm going to cash out, so I'm just cashing out. Anyway, better get this. Runners have arrived at the start for the Battle of the Bush qualifier here at Cloncurry this afternoon. Well, it's a great concept where 2 winners from each region get to represent in Brisbane on Tats Tiara Day and race for City Riches. Favourite here is the Brotherhood at 280. Certainly bottom end of the price. Big jump in grade for this galloper, however, has been winning and racing quite well. The Favre looks ready to rumble here today for Jay Morris. Goes well here at Cloncurry. I turn your attention back to that strong Class 6 that won here last year on Tab Day. And La Force, very, very talented galloper, drawn beautifully in the Saunders Racing colours. There's a bear in there, has been going well as well this preparation. Jamie Baker to ride for Justin Borden. As I said, in the yard, a win to any of these 7 wouldn't shock me, and they all deserve a crack at the big time in Brizzy. Here's Keith Ballard bringing up Louis the Legend, another horse that there's a good galloper on his day, Louis. There's a bear in there, Teddy Mercury for Dan and Denise Ballard. Favre, here comes La Force. Loads into the inside barrier. The Brotherhood stands, waiting his turn. Teddy Mercury, Mediarano, Favre, there's a bear in there. Get your bets on. The feature for this afternoon, the second of the Northwest qualifiers for the Battle of the Bush. It's thanks to Brody Hardware, another of the great sponsors here at Cloncurry. Now Teddy Mercury will load next, which leaves there's a bear in there and the Brotherhood. Stand by. The Battle of the Bush qualifier here at Cloncurry is about to be underway. With the Brotherhood, the last to load. Jason Mavarovich goes into line for Bob Burrows galloper. We're set to go. 1200 the journey. The Brotherhood's the favourite at 280. Battle of the Bush qualifier, the second one here in the Northwest. Race 5 at the Curry this afternoon. And racing, there's a beautiful line away. La Force off the inside, begun pretty well. Favre's pressing forward in the early part as well. Teddy Mercury's out deeper. In behind them, there's Louis the Legend, as there's a bear in there, rolls forward as well. The Brotherhood's back in the second half of the field with Louis the Legend, and Mediarano whips them in. There's a bear in there. He leads past the 800 metres, a neat length on Favre. La Force is third back on the inside now. Louis the Legend goes forward with Teddy Mercury. Also in that pack is the Brotherhood, and a fair gap back then to Mediarano at the tail of the field. There's a bear in there towards the 400 metres, leads a neat length on Favre, who travels well. The Brotherhood's out wider. Teddy Mercury just felt for by Ballard as La Force keeps railing up on the inside. Louis the Legend drops out, and Mediarano swings in last. There's a bear in there, kicks off the corner, 2:25 to go. La Force, Favre, the Brotherhood run on. It's still, there's a bear in there. Here comes Favre down the outside. There's a bear in there. La Force on the fence. There's a bear in there. There's also a ticket to Brisbane. There's a bear in there, wins, beats La Force and Favre. Then we have the Brotherhood, Mediarano, further back to Louis the Legend, and last of all, Teddy Mercury. There's a bear in there. there. Great ride, Jamie Baker. Oh, he's a winner, this horse. By Carrara out of a Sweetie, a Sequalo mare. Owned by E. Morton. Justin Borden, you're off to Brizzy. A good run, La Force and Favre, they kept coming. But oh, there's a bear in there, he kept kicking.
That check's big. Oh, no.
Number 2, there's a bear in there.
Yeah, it's 3.
3?
Yep.
253?
Yep.
253.
Number 5 is Second La Force by Air Force Blue out of La Bella Louisa. A Clangmare, Lenore Saunders is the owner. Terry Hill and Jay Morris. And Favre, who did present for Denisha Smith and Jay Morris, probably peaked on his run. But there's a bear in there by Carrara out of a Sweetie, a Sequalo mare. Owned by E. Morton. Win 8 with 3 minor placings at start 27. Oh, racing in outstanding form at the moment. The favourite, the Brotherhood, he was wide and probably the jump up in grade a bridge too far at this point.
1 1/4 by a half neck.
1 1/4 by half a neck, the time.
107.72.
Good time, 107.72 for a bear in there. Well done to Justin Borden and Borden Racing. You found a nice one here. And Jamie Baker with a wonderful association with this horse.